So last night, Shawn Michaels actually announced a brand new match type coming to NXT at NXT Deadline on December the 10th, and that is the Iron Survivor Challenge. The Iron Survivor the Iron Survivor Challenge does seem very similar to the Iron Survivor Challenge does seem very similar to the Championship Scramble match back in the day, as well as King of the Mountain from TNA. So it is a very much interesting concept, or very much an interesting concept from NXT. But it is going to be the Iron Survivor Challenge is two 25-minute matches where five people start, or five people total are in the contest, and every five every 5 minutes a new person enters the fray, where the winners will be determined by whoever has the most pinfalls at the end of the 25-minute mark. But if you do suffer a pinfall or submission, which based on the rules laid out by Shawn Michaels, pinfall and submission as well as disqualification can score points. I presume if you do get disqualified, then the person that you attacked is the one that gets the points. So it is a bit different from the King of the Mountain match, because the King of the Mountain match was no holds barred. But those are the three ways to get it. And if you do get pinfall or do submit, then you must spend. I believe, I don't remember offhand, but I believe it's a minute in the penalty box. I believe it would be a minute in the penalty box. So, in that case, it is very similar to TNA and what they did with championship with the King of the Mountain match. But in the same vein, it's very similar because of the intervals of entering. But the main thing that I did not mention is that it will feature five of the top competitors from the WWE, from the NXT women's division, as well as five of the top competitors from the from the NXT men's division, as the winners of the matches will be the next number one contenders for their respective divisions titles. And in my opinion, at least for the women's division, could be featuring those that will defeat and topple the current champions. Because I honestly do not see the Iron Survivor Challenge not holding the key to whomever will be the next women's champion and the next NXT World's Champion. I'm going to make a bold prediction now that both the winners of the Survivor Challenge will not only fight for the NXT Women's and World Championship, but they will win both championships as well. Because it is time for NXT to shake things up a bit. And the only way for NXT to shake things up a bit is by having those titles change hands. Or the best way is for those titles to change hands. Because it is time for Mandy Rose to not be champion anymore. And it is getting to the point where not just Mandy Rose, but also Braun Breaker should be considered for call-ups. I can't remember I do apologize, but I can't remember the woman's competitor's name that debuted against Apple Fire. But it was somebody from NXT UK that debuted on NXT and caused Alba Fire the match. It was it was basically her debut on NXT, and it gave us the answer of who will be challenging, what Alba Fire will be doing, and that if Alba will be continuing to stay in the public perception outside of the title picture, which is good because it kept her, or it keeps her, it keeps her in our general vicinity to show that she's a serious competitor and a top challenger. But it also allows Mandy to move forward and not just focus on being challenged by the same person. Sort of like Braun Breaker being now challenged by Apollo Crews instead of JD McDonough. Even though I do think that JD McDonough would have been a good person to dethrone Braun Breaker, I think they also need to continue to break down that aspect of JD's career, like character rather, where he is more ruthless and more focused and more just in general just more of a aggressive piece of shit like he was when he took out Ilya Dragunov. Like he just showed that he didn't care when he took out Ilya Dragunov a couple weeks ago, and that you build from there. Speaking of building from there, former NXT Women's Champion Sasha Banks has not left the public opinion, as people are sitting on pins and needles waiting for Miss Sasha Banks to come back or not come back, and if she doesn't come back, finding out what Sasha will do now or what Sasha will do next. Because we've been waiting for Sasha and Naomi since they walked out a few months ago on WWE. And with the trademarks that Sasha's company put out, it seems entirely possible that Sasha may be done with may not be coming back to WWE anytime soon. Because a lot of the trademarks, that's the word. A lot of the trademarks that her company put out were trademarks that would be expected of either somebody that's going to be returning to the wrestling business, or maybe that's somebody who wanted to protect themselves in case they wanted to. By that, I mean if she decides to not return to WWE, she has options. Because, well, I think people would be contacting her rather than having to sit on pins and needles and wait for WWE to contact them. I don't think she needs WWE. WWE needs her. I mean, I know at this point people may be tired of hearing about Sasha Banks. I know that people may be wanting to hear about Naomi, and I agree. I want to hear about Naomi too. I want to know what Naomi's up to. I want to know what Naomi's doing. But Sasha has always been the more vocal of the pair. And that's kind of the reason why when it came out that Sasha and Naomi walked out, I wasn't necessarily surprised that maybe Naomi did it to stay loyal to Sasha more than did it because she wanted to do it on her own volition. But, I mean, do I want to see them come back? Of course I do. Do I think they should? I think they should come back when they're ready to come back and they believe things will be different. Otherwise, no, I don't really think that they should come back. Because if it's going to happen again, then no, I don't believe that they should come back, but I believe that Sasha should know Triple H is creative and how Triple H will take care of her from the days in NXT. And that if Sasha doesn't believe that Hunter will take care of her, then I think she needs to ask for her release. I don't know that they will, but I mean, you do the math. I'll tell you this. The trademarks go as follows: Statement Maker, Mercedes Monet, Monet Talks, and Bank Money. With her real first name being Mercedes, it seems to me that it could be that these trademarks line up more with something wrestling related or with her background in music, it could be something music related. Either way, I wish the best for both Naomi and Sasha Banks, and if they do end up coming back to WWE, welcome back. If not, God bless them. Either way, I am looking forward to the Iron Survivor Challenge, and I think it's an interesting concept to help, again, show the new era for NXT. I just hope that they don't jump right into it. I said the same thing about the World Title Eliminator Tournament with AEW, that I hope that they give some time for a new challenger to get built up and to build up to the title defense for Braun Breaker, and they don't just do it the week after. They let the fans sink into the fact that these two are the number one contenders, and we build to a number one contender match, as opposed to having the number one contender match just happen the following week, or the world title match happen the following week. If deadline takes place on December the 10th, there is no reason why you don't kick off the new year with the title defenses from both Mandy and Braun Breaker, as opposed to trying to squeeze them in before the end of 2022. But those have been my thoughts on wrestling. Stay tuned for an AEW Dynamite preview, also coming out today. And with that being said, let me know down in the comment section below your thoughts on anything and everything that I discussed in this video. And if you don't want to leave a comment, feel free to drop a like, subscribe to the channel for more content just like this that you can only find right here at Wrestling Express, because any and all interactions do help. But before you go, do not forget to ding down that bell next to the subscription box to always know when a new video is up on the channel, because that's the only way that YouTube will send you the notification when I post a new video. And until next time, see you again soon.